Alright, let's go ahead and get started here. I think what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is get color down on the canvas. I mixed me up a little tan color right here. I got a picture that I have sitting over here I did a long time ago. And I'm just going to randomly throw in colors. I want the sun to be coming down this way today. I'm going to have a tree right here, so some of this is going to have some shadow in it. This will take a few minutes. This reminds me of, I don't know if this is how Italy really looks. I've never been there, but from pictures I've seen, it reminds me of something you would see in Italy. You know, hills right there, kind of an archway. I could be wrong, I don't know. But this is what I think of when I see something like this. I'm just randomly throwing stuff down here. Let's see, let's put some of this out in here. This is going to be some shadow area right in here. So this is going to need to be light. This will need to be light right in here. I'm just getting color on. I'm going to wipe every bit of this off probably. And what you're wanting is a stained canvas. You want something down the canvas you can work with. This is what we're after right here. I'm going to start taking a little ochre. I want different colors. Just like we do our grass. We do our grass this way sometimes, except we don't use these colors. And then I'm just going to mix everything up. There's going to be a bush right here, but I don't know where it's going to be quite yet. So we're just going to fill it all in. Put some stuff right here. Ochre. It's going to need some ochre back in here. Sun's going to be hitting that, I know. It's going to be hitting this, I know that. It's probably going to be hitting some over in here. And then I'm going to take a 1-inch brush and I'm going to mix everything up. But like I said, for now, this is an 18 by 24. It's take a few minutes to do all this, but I just want to show you how I get color down on the canvas. Everybody does it different, I suppose. I'm sure they do. I may work around these pots, I may not. If I get to be a problem, I'll just cover them up, and heck, I may do that anyway, I don't know. And I'll just redo them. Yeah, I think I probably will. Because it'd be easier for me just to go ahead and just cover them up. I didn't want to, but I could have taken acrylic, and I actually thought about that. I just didn't have time today. I just want to get this started anyway. I won't get it finished today, but I'll get it started. This is burnt sienna I'm using right here. And I'm going to throw it down in here too. We like our burnt sienna. It's a nice color. I think I might need even more in this area because I think that bush is going to have some of this covered. As soon as I think I get enough on here, I'm going to take my 1-inch brush, start working on that. I don't want it too dark, especially in the areas it's supposed to have light. Let's put some down in here. I got plenty of sienna on here. I ain't worried about running out right now. This is some brown. I'm going to throw a little brown in this area. This is going to be darker. There's going to be a shadow somewhere in here too. I'm not sure where. But I'll go ahead and, because the tree's going to sit right here. I might try to keep this spot. I liked where I had it at. A little darker down in here. Maybe I'm going to take some alizarin crimson, throw in here. Why not? It's a foreground color. Throw some right in there. Right there. Even throw a little Prussian blue in it. Down here toward the bottom. Okay, let's see if that's enough. This is going to be kind of bluish right here. I'm not sure it's enough color, but we're going to start. We're going to go ahead and start with that. And I'm just going to mix everything up. Staining my canvas is what I'm doing. I didn't put the color down real heavy because I don't really want it heavy. So I'm going to have to wipe it all off anyway. This is going to be stone, so we got to go over this 2 or 3 times. As long as we get something down, we're good. I'm not after perfection right now, for sure. Just mix it all up. This has lots of different colors in it. It's all going to be covered anyway again. You got to have somewhere to start, and this is how we're starting right here. I see some canvas through here, but I am not worried about that. Not in the slightest am I worried about that. I'm going to wipe it off anyway. Let's go ahead and start right here. Start working our way down. This canvas is all dry. There's no liquid white on it. None whatsoever, as you can tell by the way I'm scrubbing. And I'll probably maybe start in here next. Get this finished right here. After I wipe this off, pull my canvas out a little. And you start at the top and work your way down. Don't start down here in the blue. Okay. All right, let me get this wiped off and then I'll bring you back. All right, I've been working here a little bit. I haven't done too much. I did finish this. I got some shrubbery right here, but that's how that's going to look right there. And now I made some more tan. I did wipe this down really good. So I am taking some tan and I'm just randomly going around. Putting my blocks in. Don't make small blocks. You'll be here forever. I've done that. Don't do it. Don't make small blocks. Make them pretty big. This is my biggest flat brush I got. And I'm trying to make them pretty big. You can make them different sizes, different. It don't matter. This is supposed to be kind of a rough stone anyway. You can make them wider like this one. See how wide that one is? You can make them wider. Maybe make this one wider. And I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get some yellow ochre, or just some random colors. This is why I'm staggering these around, because I want different colors. And when I go over these the final time, you may not be able to distinguish where I put these, the yellow ochres but you can if you look close enough. I mean, it's important. You don't want just solid tan blocks. You want to use different colors. But I'm just randomly choosing spots, putting stones in. I would like to have more tan stones than any other color. But besides that, I mean, you can take some ochres and burnt siennas. Just put random stuff in. This kind of painting takes longer. I mean, I'll be honest with you. These are not for the faint of heart. Especially when we start doing the detail on the stones, it's going to take a little time. But if this is the kind of painting you like, I like them. I mean, I think they look pretty nice. If this is what you like, then it's worth the time and effort. You got to put in a little time and effort, as we all know. See, I'll make this a little shorter. See? I can put a little short one right there. Just make them random. Short one right there. Probably a big one here. Yeah, I made little stones before. Man, don't do that. My gosh, I didn't think I was ever going to get finished. Almost felt like I needed to grab a Gatorade mid-through. I was so worn out. You may not think painting will make you tired, but let me tell you, it will. Standing here for hours on end painting. But I love it. Anyways, I'm just going to keep doing this. I'll bring you back and I'll show you the different colors that I put in. All right, let me show you what I'm doing here. I will go ahead and say this is still wet, and it's much easier to do if you wait one day after you put this on before you do this, because it's hard. This is not flat, this is flat. These are practically finished. I just got to put lines in between them. These are not. Let me show you what I'm doing real quick. First, you got to get your paper towel. I'm just taking some black. Yeah, this is really wet. I just found out I can't paint tomorrow. I got to do something else, so I'm really pushing it. The bottom left corner, the sun's coming down this way. The bottom left corner and along the bottom is going to be dark. And you have to go over each stone. This takes time. But it definitely works much better if you can just wait a day. I can't wait a day this time. I've got to get as much done as I can today. If you wait a day, this goes on real easy. Bottom left area. I'm going to do a few for you on camera here. Let's see, we'll make this one solid stone here. Now you're going to take you a brush with white. I'm using 3 different brushes. One for black, one for white, and one to blend a little bit. And the upper right corner of each stone, I'm putting the white, and along the edge. On each stone. Got a little too much paint on there. I'm trying to gob it on because it's not wanting to stick, and I don't want to thin it down. Let's do a little bit more here. Let's do something to this one. This one. Let's get this one. This is how you give it the 3-dimensional look. There's one more right here. Okay, then I'm going to take my third brush, and it's supposed to be real clean. Don't want no paint on this. And I'm barely, I missed one. I'm barely going to touch it. And all I'm trying to do is just blend it a little bit. Keep that brush clean. But as I just said, and I'll say it again, wait till the next day before you do this, because it's so much easier. See, I can really only blend one way because it's so wet. I usually go both ways, but I just can't today. It's just so wet. All I'm doing is just pulling the white over, basically, at this point. But that's how you do it. See, these look better than those. These have some dimension, those do not. Okay, I'm just going to keep going, and hopefully I can get this done today anyway. All right, I'm back. I finished these up. I've been working a little bit, got some stuff here. I'm going to put a tree right here. This is dirt. This is going to be dirt. So, what we want to do now, I'm going to have some vines coming up just on this side. Let's take a little brown, little raw umber. Oh, let's go ahead and have some vines coming up. We're just going to use our imagination. Let's just use raw umber. Raw umber. Hopefully I got enough. I may have to reload, I don't know. These are the kind of vines that grow on block. I'm not sure what they're called. But we're going to call them vines because I don't know what they're called. I would like to have them come at least to right in here. That might be far enough right there. We'll have a couple offshoots coming out. Have them come up to right in here. That's might be good. Maybe one right here. Okay, let's do a tree. I'm going to take some brown. I'm just about out of raw umber. Take some brown, some black. I don't want this to be a big tree. This is more like in my mind, it's a decorative tree. Oh, let's see. Let's bring it up probably to right in here. Let's make it a little crooked. I'm just making this stuff as I go along. You just got to use your imagination sometimes. And that's what we're doing. That's what it's for, isn't it? Of course, I'll work on this a little bit more, obviously, but yeah, I thought this would look pretty good with some kind of a tree right here. Just a gnarly looking, short, small tree. I don't know what kind of tree it is. I'm not even sure what kind of leaves we're going to put on there yet. But we will put something on it. That may be all I want right there. Get you a clean paper towel. Okay, I'm gonna leave my palette sitting down like I do a lot. I just get tired of holding it, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna take some pure cad yellow light, and the sun is coming down this way, so we wanna highlight the top right with some nice bright highlights. When I say the top right, I mean just the right in general. Wipe your brush off every time. Keep your brush clean. Clean with yellow paint. Wherever the sun is hitting, you want it bright. We're going to do the tree the same way when we get to it. And you have to stop and reload. I mean, this paint is wet. We just did this, so you know it's good and wet. We want nice bright highlights. I like bright paintings. Makes you happy. Makes you happy to see bright stuff. Stand back and look. That looks okay. We're just going to keep going. We'll start up here this time. And I'm just barely touching it because this paint is so wet. I'll do a little bit more here and then I'll probably finish off camera. But we're going to do the tree the exact same way. I have to do things off camera because it just takes too long. I mean, you'll get bored seeing me stand here and do this for the next 15-20 minutes. I would get bored. So I try to show you what to do, and then the most important things that I think, and then finish working off camera. Okay, but that's all I did. I just took the black and the Prussian blue, put it down first, took the green and yellow mix, tapped it on the right side so I can leave somewhat of a shadow on the left, and now I'm coming back with highlights. Now we're going to put more shadows around this. We're not done with this one especially. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we're going to work on the flowers here a little bit. I'm going to do the same thing I did up there with the flowers. Prussian blue and black. And we just got to decide, do we want draping flowers? And we do want some of them, or they kind of just stick up. You got to have some darkness in here, so I'm just going to flip in some stuff here. I may have to change my brush. Okay, let's see what this brush had on it. It looks dark, so that'll work. Black, Prussian blue. We'll make this pot just have flowers sticking up. And as I said, we're just putting darkness in there. We'll put our other colors on afterwards. You always start with the darkness. This one, we'll make this one come up too. Just stick straight up. Sort of. Just a big bunch of flowers. This one will be a draper. This one will drape down. Use a little bit more black than you do blue. We'll have this one draping all the way down through here. That'd look all right. I threw a few shadows in here and there, but they're not going to be. That's not the final product, so to speak. Black, Prussian blue, more black than blue. This one will be a draper too. I like the ones that drape. I like those better than the ones that don't drape. And this is still wet. As you can see, I touched this pot. I'll let this one hang down here too. I think it looks good like that. Now for these other ones. This one could just be one that sticks straight up. I'm just doing the comma stroke thing. Flipping it. It looks a little weird, doesn't it? Yeah, maybe I'll bring this one down. That looks a little odd. Looks like the flowers are way too big for the pot. I have to make the pot bigger. And these will be drapers also. You know, you can fix things like that. Just make the pot bigger. So if you put too much, and I think I did right there, put too many flowers on it. You always got to start with a dark color, pretty much in everything you do. That's just the way it is. You got to have dark colors to show your light. If I was just take green and throw on here without dark colors, it'd look silly. That's why you always start with dark colors. This is going to be a whopper here. I needed something in this corner. Well, I put a big pot there. Black and Prussian blue. Bring it all the way down. All the way. I think that'll work. Let me throw some green on that and I will be back. Well, let's go ahead and put a few flowers in here. Some of these I might leave green. I might leave that one green. Maybe this one. I mean, I don't know. I like the way that looks there. Anyways, let's get you a paper towel. I have a few different colors here. I may just use them all. I'm going to start with some alizarin crimson. I got to use my favorite color, cad red light, on some stuff. And this crimson, I am going to put some down first, and then I put the cad red on top of it. This is all real wet, so you got to get you a pretty good gob on here. Put one right there. You got to get the stick, you got to get a pretty good amount. I always put the crimson on first, then the red on, cad red light on top of it. That's a pretty good amount there I got on there. Let's do another one or two with this color. How about this one? 3 flowers. It's not real big. I mean, you know. Yeah, let's put one right there. 5 flowers. Maybe one more. I'm almost out of alizarin crimson. I might have to get some more because I think I'm gonna put some in this. Hope my big head ain't in your way there. Just realized I was probably standing in your way. I'll try to make this crimson last. I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel though, I'll tell you. Let's see, maybe one here. One there. Maybe one more so I can get out of this crimson, then I'm out. Okay, let's take some cad red light and put on top of that. Another paper towel. I go through a lot of paper towels. Now we're going to use cad red light. My favorite color. And we're just going to touch it. Did a pretty good amount on your brush. This will be a little darker here. This is on the back side. Pretty good amount on your brush. Sometimes I'll put white on these also, and I may do this. Let's get our big one here. Oh yeah, man, that makes that pop. Makes it pop. Keep wiping your brush off. Now these here will be a little darker. Can't tell much of a difference, but they're darker. At least we'll say they're darker. Well, folks, that looks like a wrap. I think it turned out pretty good. I mean, it's something different, and that's what we shoot for. Hey guys, don't forget to like and subscribe for more future videos. Thanks for watching.